last lecture, we established that the sudden advancement of human civilization was through the direct influence of the sky gods. In this segment, we shall examine the exobiology of one specific species, the reptilian phenotype, a species that has been encountered by humans in their physical form and in an etheric form, or perhaps a form that is separated from humanity by frequency or dimensions. For further information on reptoid exobiology, please visit exopedia.org, website of Manuel Lameroy. Manuel teaches galactic diplomacy at the Exopolitics Institute certification program, offering professional courses in exopolitics. The reptilian phenotypes. The worldwide literature with regard to alien abduction and encounters mentions beings that are reptilian in appearance. They are generally referred to as reptilian, reptoid, dinoid, or saurian. Virtually all of the reptilians mentioned below are in reality bipedal, they walk upright. So in all likelihoods, these beings are not really reptiles, but have characteristics that are reminiscent of reptiles. The main two exceptions to this would be the chiaka and the giant snakes, both of whom fit the description of regular reptiles. Let us now take a look at the reptilian phenotypes and their distinctive exobiology. Tall winged Draco, chiaka. These have been mentioned in the literature, but they have not been encountered on Earth except when encountered in different frequencies. These beings look like giant lizards that range from 14 to 22 feet tall and can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. They have winged appendages. Draco is the name of an astronomical constellation, of which Thuban is the alpha star. The constellation is the home of the Draconian Empire. Its reptilian inhabitants are often referred to as the Lizzies, the Reptoids, and Dinoids. The Draconians are said to be master geneticists, who have been in the universe for billions of years and who have created several races. Because of this, they've come to consider themselves as some kind of gods and have grown an attitude of absolute superiority towards other races. They are master controllers, extremely mental in nature, and characterized by lack of respect for free will. Nowadays, Draconians can be found in nearly all known constellations in this part of the galaxy. They have conquered major parts of the Orion constellation, probably trying to gain control over the Orion Gateway. Their main basis in the Orion constellation is located in Bellatrix system.
First thing I saw were the eyes and what I thought maybe were teeth. The first thing we saw was this winged creature, 14-foot wingspan at least. It was huge. It was almost covered half the road. And it was close enough for me almost to reach out and touch. It almost hit the windshield. It had a wide mouth. The eyes were the size of the reflectors that are alongside the road.
Reports about flying reptilians with wings originate mainly in the Americas and in Asia. These reptiles are bipedal and have very muscular athletic build. They stand 7 to 8 feet tall. Their heads are typically said to be dinosaur-like, Tyrannosaurus rex. One feature that is mentioned again and again is that they have glowing red eyes with a hypnotic stare. Just as is the case for small greys, these beings are said to be able to fly or levitate. They have wings on their backs. The literature often refers to these beings as mothmen. Non-winged Draco. The non-winged Draco are similar in appearance to the winged Draco, but without wings and with different colors of eyes. The non-winged Dracos are one of the reptilian species that are often seen on board ships that abductees are taken to. As such, they are often seen in the company of greys. Reports of these non-winged Draco come from all over the world. They are among the most common encountered reptilians. The reports are contradictory, however, when it comes to the question whether these reptilians have genitalia. Some accounts mention no genitalia, while others do mention them having genitalia and engaging in sexual acts with abductees. We will look at these sexual interactions in greater detail later in the course. Iguana-like. The literature also mentions reptilians that are described as iguana-like. In appearance, they are similar to the non-winged Draco, but much less muscular, and with a slightly different head, i.e. more resembling an iguana than a Tyrannosaurus. These reptilians are also shorter than the typical non-winged Draco, and are about 5 feet tall. In most reports, they are said to be hooded. Later in the course, we'll look at a transcript of a conversation between a hooded reptilian and a human. Lizard-like, a fifth subcategory of reptilians, consists of lizard men, snake men. They're about 6 to 8 feet tall, upright, bipedal, often with lizard-like scales, greenish to brownish in color, with claw-like four-fingered webbed hands. Their faces are said to be a cross between a human and a snake or lizard. Some are said to have a central ridge coming down from the top of the head to the snout, since some witnesses refer to a snakehead, while others use lizard-like. It is possible these are separate groups. Given the different accounts with regard to skin and genitalia, it is possible we are actually dealing with 7 different groups. Other species include sauroid, half grey, half reptilian, some even part human. It is highly possible that these sauroid forms are offspring or genetic hybrids between reptilians and a host of other species. So, what have we been able to learn from today's lecture on the exobiology of reptilians? Their species are extremely varied, from winged to non-winged, from sharp facial dinosaur features to soft near-human facial features. All species have scales and claw-like hands with opposing thumbs. They range in size from 5 foot to over 20 foot tall, with weights of well over a metric ton. The hooded species are seen on craft with greys during abductions, whilst the Dracos are only encountered through etheric abductions. Their origins range from the Draco and Orion constellation and from the Bellatrix system. Some are indeed indigenous to Earth or have been here much longer than humans. More on this later in the course. There are hybrid reptilians, a possible mix between humans, greys, and a host of other species. The reptilians are master geneticists. I hope you've enjoyed this course and look forward to seeing you in the next segment.